President Donald Trump stood at Mar-a-Lago this week and announced the most ridiculous thing I have heard in the longest time, and that is saying something when it has to do with Donald Trump. He has announced plans to build what he calls a new class of battleship for the United States Navy. He said the goal would be to build 2 new ships at first, with an eventual fleet of up to 25 vessels. He referred to them as Trump-class battleships. Standing behind him were Marco Rubio and Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth and, Navy Secretary John Fallon. This announcement sounds big, right? It sounds ridiculous, but it sounds big. It sounds historic at the same time. But here is what America and Americans need to understand clearly and calmly. The United States Navy has not built a battleship since World War II. That is a fact, okay? The last ones were retired decades ago because modern warfare has changed. I mean, today's Navy relies on aircraft carriers, missile-armed destroyers, submarines, and advanced technology, not heavily armored gunships. Okay, battleships are massive, they are extremely expensive, and in modern conflicts, they are vulnerable to so many things like missiles, submarines, and drones. Okay, so now here is the most important part, in my opinion. Okay, a president announcing an idea does not mean that the idea is going to be a reality, but for any new warship to be built, several things must happen. At least typically they should happen. Whether they will or they won't, I'm not sure, because they cut corners like crazy. The Pentagon must design it, which apparently they have a design already. The Navy must, include it in its official shipbuilding plan. I'm not sure if that's done either. Congress must authorize it, and Congress must pay for it. As of right now, there is no public release, of Navy plans for new battleship. So there is no approved budget. There is no, there is a ship design apparently, and there is no congressional authorization. So without those steps, no shipyard can begin construction, period. This matters because military power is not built on speeches or branding. Well, I guess branding, technically in World War II, we use quite a bit of branding to help us. That's also, I guess you can also call that propaganda to win the war. But anyway, I digress. It is built through law, budgets, and years of planning. And announcements like this can signal, intel or I guess political messaging, but they do not, by themselves change the U.S. defense policy. So if Americans want to know whether this is real, they should watch for, one thing. What's Congress going to do about it? What appears in the defense budget that was already approved, by the way, and I don't think that was a line item in there, but I will double check for you, and what the Navy puts in writing. So until then, there are no new battleships under construction. Just, a statement, of him just throwing his name out there on something else like he did with the Kennedy Center. And obviously there's a lot of questions that have not been answered, but I will do the best that I can to answer those for you, because I will be touching on this again because I feel like it is pretty important. Thank you for watching. I am Jared Zisser, and this is Ring of Fire. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on notifications to make sure you are informed about everything important in progressive politics today. And if you are looking for fact-based, independent reporting all day, every day, follow me here on Instagram or here on Facebook. See you in the next video.